Waking up in December during the Christmas seasons to the amazing sunrise of an early morning. This is how it feels to be in game in Anyiko village, where we traveled all the way to come and enjoy Christmas. The feelings are awesome. The mix of AI and the village culture is one of an amazing spectrum of things that anybody would want to experience and to enjoy. Like this cow sniffing on my smartphone, you would never do this any other place apart from the village. The morning routine begins after the sunrise, and you would be so inspired to know that there is a traditional house called the Simba. Simba in Kiswahili is a lion. A Simba is ideally a small house that a young man of age who now moves out of the parents' house builds their own and begins to experience their own life just within the village. In the LUO setup, every young man would build their houses in a certain specific format. And it's an amazing feeling to know that more than almost 20 years later, my small Simba still stands as a symbol of my cultural strength within this space. So the elderly people who basically are our parents would have their house straight from the gate. The gate and their door have to be aligned together. And then sons begin to build their house with the firstborn on the right, secondborn on the left, thirdborn on the right, fourthborn on the left, and it goes all the way down to the lastborn who puts their house at the extreme end near the gate. Why that happens is when the adult young people begin to also move out of now their parents' own boma and they set up their own boma, then they start again from the firstborn. And that is what we call Goyo Ligala, where the young man moves out now of the Simba and goes to create their own boma and also starts with their house which faces the gate. That is an amazing Luo culture that I think should never end. Unfortunately, because of sizes of land, inheritance issues, so much is beginning to change. But I wish that could stay forever because it is a nice evolution of how people do their small villages. So I have been able to do that and yet still maintain my small Simba, which I want to maintain for as long as I can be able to do. This is culture, something you will begin to enjoy on this website. Did I say? No, you'll begin to enjoy this on this YouTube channel. And if you want to come and enjoy more about Yala, here you go. Welcome. And this is in 2020 when I did a small retouch to the veranda, and I want to continue improving it while still leaving it to be the cultural Simba that I have been able to put up. So a small walk in the garden to feel the maze, to look at a space where the future mansion will stand, and this is just having a premonition to have a feel of how this is going to be. So currently the place has vegetables, it has groundnuts, and it has maize. But in the future, looking at maintaining the aesthetic value of the small piece of land, while ideally setting up a home that can accommodate not just family, but friends, guests, relatives, and more people to come and visit Dala. We call the home house or the home area Dala. So when you hear somebody from the city saying Adi Dala, they are literally going back home. And home is traditionally considered to be the best place, the safest place, and the only place where you can go back to. Many people prefer to come back here when they are retired, which is not a very good idea. It's great to be able to set up in the village, do the farming, do the construction, set up an ecosystem that works for you so that even what you call retiring, which I call relocating, because you are retired from the job or the work or business that you're doing, but you are not fired, you are not tired, you're coming to relocate to continue a life. And so it's important to start rebuilding this life. So here I am working on some basic landscaping, just bring in ideas which you collect off the internet and just work on it, make it happen so that culture can interact, mingle, and connect with the integration of new ideas, new systems, and new plans. So, what is your village story? What is your idea? How are things working within your traditions and culture and the aesthetic value of what you held or your forefathers held for a long time? For me, I think this is it, and this is what makes me tick. I love it, I enjoy it, and I want to completely be able to feel that when I leave the city with all its hustle and bustle, everything that goes on there, I can come and enjoy this. Look at this. You cannot say who is the mother, the father, the big sister, small sister, brother, or what, but one piece of corn. We call it corn. Corn is maize flour put together into an amazing feast that you put together. So we shared this with the ducks, and indeed, they had a great time. Very great time. Within seconds, it was devoured and done. And so we took a walk. These are the people we call Nairo villagers, people from the city coming to tour the village. Game Yala Anyiko is an amazing place. You want to be here, you want to run away and come and have fun. After this, it was church time. And there goes my mother celebrating her 75th birthday, called upon to pray during this Sunday service. And we just had a great time. Yes, and so the Sunday service went on and on and on and on and on, and it was such an awesome day because one amazing pastor was being brought back and coming back to this parish. It's called the Anyiko Parish, where she had been away for 2 years on a theological study. And so after graduation and ordination, it was time to bring her back home and just have fun. And no one knows how to do it better with the ululations and the music than the elderly women. I don't know whether our young girls who are the Gen Alphas can do this kind of stuff, but give it up to the elderly mamas who know how to do it well. My mother was definitely part of her journey, and so here she is celebrating what she invested in to mentor such young, amazing leaders. Yes, and so Madame John had been brought back to the Anyiko parish, and so she'll be here, and we pray for many more years, leading to build the church, to make it happen, to bring in new and greater ideas of integrating community into religion, even as the Nairobians continue to do their vlogging and stuff. That is Lillian, and you can always follow her on her channel, doing some amazing job out there. Everything works to the advantage of those who know how to tell their story. Indeed, it was fun and continues to be. And with that, I want to say thank you so much for following my village stories. Keep on staying here for many more. As always, it was a pleasure. See you Thank you for subscribing and following.